Hi guys, welcome back to another Daily Tarot card. These are your Daily Tarot cards for Wednesday, December 8th, 2021. Today we're pulling from the Darkwood Tarot cards. Again with the Empress. You know, I definitely feel like they're highlighting ourselves. I feel like we are about to be reborn, and I feel like they're saying you're going to be in the spotlight. And I feel like fear, worry, and doubt is holding you back. I feel like you see the knockings of this, you see things taking a turn for the better, and Spirit is saying, get out of your own way. Sit there and allow them to deliver on all the things you ever wanted. So this is part of it. You wanted certain things to change. You wanted certain things to come in your life. Well, this is part of it. You're taking this change. You're taking this turn. So allow the universe to deliver on everything you want. You definitely get that with the world. We have the Hangman, so using our higher levels of thinking, we have this kind of spotlight. Oh wow! Remember with the deviant moon, the moon was showing a spotlight on the three. It was the Three of Wands, but it was like three flower blooms, and I said it looks like children because it looked like an umbilical cord going from her on these three things. So I feel like three things are about to come to fruition for you that you've been asking for. Wow, I didn't even think of that until now when they were showing me the decadent moon just now. Wow, that's so crazy. Okay, so again with the spotlight, and I feel like they're saying, you know, with the Four of Pentacles, they're saying get out of your way. Release all fear, worry, and doubt. This is where we got to call on our fire. You know, bravery, courage, strength, resilience. Yeah, we feel uncomfortable, but the thing is, it's because we're not familiar with it. We don't see ourselves as that. But the thing is that's what keeps you humble, because you don't see that this is who you are. You don't feel entitled to these certain things. You don't like using certain languages. Like, you know what I mean? Like I certain mantras, like I expect this to come. No, I don't expect anything. Whatever blessing comes into my life, I'm thankful and I accept it. But I don't expect it. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm watching the way that I speak in my language. We have Justice here. Things balancing out. We do have the Two. Things that are keeping us hostage. Releasing, you know, this is very Queen of Swords energy with Justice here. But they're saying like rest and rejuvenation for some reason. They were mentioning it with IG. They're showing something coming in the mail, it looks like. They're saying registered mail. It's folded up. I'm not sure what this is about. An offer, a deal. So we'll see what that is. But they're saying keeping your mouth shut about it. You're gonna have to, for everyone this will be different. You know, but you know, we know Justice talks about marriage, celebrations, marriage, engagement. I meant to say engagement. I don't know why the heck I said marriage again. I've been like this for like 3 days now. They're saying you're coming into your own. I'm just trying to give Spirit room to relay things for me. But, you know, with death, they definitely feel like, I feel like, I remember this so clearly. When I went through that storm, and I said, there's a reason for this. And I'm like, I cannot see it right now. I said, but there's a reason why they're highlighting all this, and because they want me to remove these people from my life. You know what I mean? And I definitely was like, okay, taking mental note of this, you know. And I feel like, you know, either you are a Scorpio working on profound change and transformation, and you're cutting, you know, people out of your life, or you're keeping, I don't feel like you're cutting them completely off, but you're keeping them at a distance. You know what I mean? So I feel like, you know, this is a new beginning. You know, definitely with the world, same thing. Luck, Jupiter on our side. But it's just like the definitions of the Darkwood are totally different. And then the Magician, it's like using our experience. You know what I mean? As it is above, it's so below. So if you do that sort of magic, no, you know, so, you know, whatever you want to take from that, you know, this is a major message. You know, I definitely feel like we try to protect our kids. You know, I can't remember what the language was there, but I remember like with our children, it was like, you know, we tried to use our experience from the past so that, you know, and I definitely felt like, you know, yeah, there were certain situations I put myself in as a young person, and my mom did definitely say, don't do this, and I did it, and she's like, I told you so. And I could hear her saying it before, you know, even, you know, I told her what had happened. But she's like, see what I told you? I'm like, yeah, you were right. Like, you know, it's because I thought I knew better than her. But it's like, we can't protect people from everything. Like, you know, even as healers, as tarot readers, we tell people certain situations. They think, you know, they second guess you, and then it happens, and then they're just like, oh. And it's like, we can't say we told you so. We just could say, like, Spirit was trying to warn you, So, free will. But I definitely feel like with this magician, our past experiences, I feel they do talk about a new beginning here. And I feel like this is what's going to help you with this rebirth, is your past experience, and I feel like they're saying confidently, sit there, get your swords, get your wands, get your pentacles, get your whatever I forgot there, your cups, and arm yourself as you move forward. And I definitely feel like, see, they keep bringing certain people to my mind, and I'm just like, nope, I'm not going to talk about that. But, I love the fact that there's lilies here. I feel like that's a good omen. Oh, the fact that it's the infinity symbol turning up right in its success. But I feel like, with this new beginning, being in the spotlight more, I feel like even though it's uncomfortable, I feel like, the internet is very judgy. We all know that. Keyboard courage. I cannot remember who said that. Someone said it. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that is perfect. That is the perfect way. Because face to face, they will never say those things to you. They will come to someone's doing a book. They're coming to your book signing. And this person sat there and wrote some nasty things in the comments. And they actually go to your book signing. And it's so crazy. It's like, you trash this person. But why are you going to their book signing? It's like, are you crazy? Like, ugh. Like, the thing that really gets me is like, people that sit there and waste their time writing all these comments. And it's just like, well, why don't you put that into something positive? You know what I mean? Like, if you dislike someone so much, why don't you sit there and just either swipe up and pass their story, or block them so that doesn't come on your feed anymore, and put your energy into something positive. Like, I don't understand the mentality. Like, really, I don't. But, it is what it is. But that's what they're showing. Someone sits there and they write something, and I don't know if this person's intuitive or whatever this is and they know it, but this person has the gall that wrote the nasty things, the keyboard courage, to show up to this book signing and ask for a book to be signed and takes a picture with them. And I'm like, the gall, the nerve of this person. I'm like, wow. But didn't they say like they're your biggest fans? This is crazy. Wow. So maybe with that justice card, when they were saying an offer was coming in, someone's getting that, maybe that's the contract coming into the mail. Wow. That's pretty crazy. That they would actually come into your book signing. Wow. So we're going to start with the Empress, the number 3. So this is the body, mind, soul, body, mind, spirit, the Holy Trinity, the Son, the Holy Spirit. This is making us whole again. But I feel like because they keep showing Empress, I feel like they're saying because you're ruled with Venus, because you rule by love. So don't think that just because, you're a male or, that this isn't for you. I feel like they're highlighting you as a person of love, when I get the Empress. Your passion is the blueprints to your magic. And I feel like, when we talk about like the 7 of Cups, I was just talking to someone about this. I'm going to work with them tomorrow. But it's just like, this is where I feel like the 7 of Cups is a vision board. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I see the 7 of Cups. These are the things I want to work towards, or I'm working towards this. These are the things I'm manifesting for myself. At the same time, it's like, you know what? I'm not oblivious to the blessings that are already in my life. So as the same time as I'm calling these things into my life, I'm not going to sit there and overlook the things that are in my life. And Morgan Adams said it the best. She's like, to be satisfied, satisfaction, you'll never be satisfied. So it's like we keep working towards things, but it's just like, well, find some reason to pick something else apart because we're not satisfied yet. You know what I mean? But it's like, that's where you learn to appreciate the things that you have in your life. So with the red hue, I definitely get grounding energy. They were also talking about Mercury with communication when I was pulling for IG. So we're going to start off with the Empress here on the left. Mother figure, creation, artistic, ability, soft, gentle, nourishing touch. Rejuvenation and expression, confidence and the abundance of the soul, fertility and birth. And I definitely feel like this is a rebirth of yourself. I feel like we're constantly evolving, and why wouldn't you want to constantly be evolving? I feel like, you're getting more confident. I feel like as we get older, it's like we definitely realize we don't have to be people pleasers because, you know what, like I said, they're never going to be pleased. And the more harder you work, the more harder you work to please these people, the more they're going to take from you because they're like, oh, I got them on a leash and they'll do whatever I want. So pleasure and earthly delights, stepping into tune with seasonal change, displaying natural abundance in all things, the nurturing of self-expression and potential. So I feel like, again, like we're stepping into something here. We're stepping into this portal. 1212 is a portal, but I feel like we're stepping into our own here. I feel like we're taking away the illusion. I don't feel like it's arrogantly. I feel like we're taking away this illusion, this mask that people have put on us, and our shadow has allowed us to get comfortable in that. And I feel like you're stepping into the light with this, realizing yourself, realizing your worth. And it was either Friday's cards. I feel like it was Friday, Monday, and Tuesday's cards. We're all talking about self-worth, self-love. We are taught that's being selfish. You know what I mean? By being selfless. But not by sitting there and putting ourselves first to a point. When they show the Queen of Swords from Game of Thrones, where it's like we put people first, very much the Empress ruling with love, but it's like to a point, because it comes to self-preservation. And that's what a lot of us have to learn. It's like, yeah, it's okay to be giving, but to a point, because, at some point, you're going to learn your back is going to be against the wall. And it's like, who's there to sit there and jump in front of you? Who's sitting there peeling you off that wall? And you will notice the people that you put a lot of energy into aren't the ones. So you are the universe. And I feel like this is what we have to realize. We are our own best friend. Make friends with yourself. You're going to be with yourself for the rest of your life, like it or not. You know what I mean? So learn to sit there and work on talking to yourself, making that your best friend. Obviously don't talk to yourself out in, I do that though. It's like I sit there and I'm like, I'll look at things and I'm like, ooh, but it's cheaper over there. And people are like, what? And I'm just like, I'm looking at certain things and I'm like, it's like they don't price match anymore because of the flyers and all that. But it's like, no, it's cheaper there. And they're looking at me like I'm cuckoo. But I'm like, thank God my kids are with me most of the time. And it's just like, but it's just, I don't know. But it's like a lot of truth comes out when I've had those conversations. And I'm just like, ooh, taking it back. It's like that aha moment, the Ace of Swords. And it's just like, they just told me something when I was decorating for Hanukkah. And I was just like, ooh, I was like, that's a little juicy little tidbit. And I was just like, okay. I'm like, I'll accept that. Like, I'll take that. But it's like a good, you know what I mean? It's just like, okay. They did that to me before, the summer before Shane passed away. And I was just like, wow. It's like, hello. Been there all along. Wake up. So with the world, travel, excitement, the moment, going with the flow, lost in the moment, complete and integration with the world around you, effortless ease, freedom of the self, you in all your glory, victory, magic, as you were always meant to be. And that's exactly what it is. Stepping into your own, being who you always wanted to be. And I can definitely say fear, worry, and doubt. Definitely fear. Crippling fear of being this at a younger age, because it's just like, when your sight is not completely it's like the way that you see like spirit, it freaks you out, and thank God I'm able to teach our little star seeds, our little indigo children, how to, talk to spirit and say, listen, I'm not ready yet. Like, please, go towards the light, or, hopefully you can find another vessel that can help you. But I'm not ready for that. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the thing with universe. It's free will. Are you ready to see that? Or are you ready to let your eyes come in? Or are you just like, no, absolutely not, So it's just like, like it's helping our indigo children to sit there and say like, yes, you have these abilities, but you know what? It's free will if you go into them. And I could definitely say that, like coming into yourself, It's not an easy journey by any means, but I enjoy it. You in all your glory, victory, magic, as you were, always meant to be, success, and fertility, grace, magnet. Definitely feel like you're a magnet, but I feel like it's a magnet for positivity, and that's where I feel like it's like we could change the narrative here, because we've been told a narrative for so long, and it's like, no, that narrative doesn't, they're like, je ne sais quoi. But they're just like, n'est-ce pas? Like, it doesn't, like, they're trying to say, like, it doesn't compute properly. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't, like, it feels like we're speaking a foreign language. And it just doesn't translate properly to me. And it's like, what? Like, pourquoi? Like, what? You know? And it's just like, it doesn't translate. Like, I'm getting like someone speaking and you're just like left more confused. And it's just like, huh? So we're going to the Hangman in reverse. The deeper you look, the more is revealed. And I definitely feel like that, especially if you're, you know, this is very much like the thinking woman. You're leveling up. So, hidden from the world, hidden from the world, refusal to participate, unable to make choices, staying stuck out of fear. So, staying stuck out of fear, and I feel like this is where get out of your own way. You know what I mean? It's like release all fear, worry, and doubt. That's why we got the Four of Pentacles earlier. Wanting others to do the work for you. And I'm telling you right now, nobody can do this work for you. You've got to do this all on your own. You can't sit there and ask someone else to sit there and it's like you carry the weight and then, you know, I'll take all the benefits from it. Because you won't evolve. You won't step forward. So what you do to others, you do to yourself. And I definitely feel like I believe since Friday, it was talking about like, you know, how would you talk to your friends? You know what I mean? How would you ever, you know, like you're always uplifting your friends? Like, so why do you dare talk to yourself like that? Like I said, you are going to be with yourself for the rest of your life. So yeah, you may not feel yourself every day. Nobody does. But it's at the same time, it's just like, you know what? Let's be best friends. Let's work on this. Just because we were taught to fight against each other doesn't mean that we have to continue that, you know, narrative. We could sit there and be each other's best friend. We could talk each other off the ledge. We could sit there and like really listen to each other. So with the Justice, when I was reading for IG, they said rest and rejuvenation. So work and effort, karma, witch's rule of 3. So 3 again with the Empress. And it's like I said, like the Holy Trinity. So with Justice is usually balance. We have the Libra scales there. All about, you know, everything in balance, everything in harmony, like peace, calm, you know, the wording that they usually talk about is like if you've been having going a rough go of things and see this card, you're about to come into peace and harmony. You know what I mean? They talk about engagements and weddings here. Your lover has chosen you in the long run, you know, and they were showing paper folded up. So there's something coming in the mail, I feel, or you're being handed something, like being served, you know what I mean? But I feel like it's because it's registered, you know what I mean? So it's not being like you're like being served and you're in trouble. I get positive feelings with this. The energy you put out returns to you 3 times over, taking responsibility, doing the right thing, even if it is tough. Scary choice, showing up when you would rather avoid the situation, doing right by yourself, facing the truth, owning up. So I'm not sure what that would be, but a miscarriage of justice. So I feel like avoidance. See, one thing Spirit has taught me in the past almost 5 years is that when I try to do something and it doesn't work, it's just like, okay, back off because it's not meant, we're not supposed to do anything here. You know what I mean? Like when we applied for places, because it was like all of a sudden all these houses came up for rent. We're just like, oh wow. So I applied and I was going to move there and I was just like, this will be phenomenal, you know? And they were like, this will be just like the Mold and Mouse house again. And I'm just like, nope, abort. Nope, we're not doing that again. So again, it's like building that relationship with our intuition. That's why I feel like with the Hangman, and you definitely get that kind of spotlight again. Kind of how the full moon was on with the 3 of Wands, with the deviant moon. So the end of the way of being. Clearing the path. The ascent to higher understanding. The beginning of true integration. So we're getting that integration again. A new beginning with a deeper understanding unfolds. Let go. And I definitely feel like it's just like, you know, what is, you know, when, you know, Spirit was talking about your purpose, you know, when we're talking about the new moon forecast, you know, that's why I was like, you know, finally we have some light, you know, with the full moon on the 19th. And I'm just like, you know, I wonder, I'm curious to see what Spirit has to say there. You know? So I just feel like, you know, that spotlight again. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see what happens. So we have the Magician. This is a major message. We have the owl there on the right-hand corner. I almost said left. You know, so for you that do magic, as above, so below. You know, this is, I feel like this is, you know, our higher levels of thinking. I feel like this is our destiny. I feel like this is fate is what they're saying. You showing me the word fate. They're saying integration again, but integrity, holding true to our core values. I feel like with this Justice card, I feel like it's not going to hinder you. It's going to benefit you, but I feel like you know that someone will be hurt in the process of this. So that's why you don't want to do it, because you don't like hurting people. And you know by doing this, you will. So all the magic of the world resides inside you. So when they were saying we're the universe, right? So charisma, dramatic personality, working wonders, ability to take action, purposeful magic. Asserting one's will over self. Supreme self-governance, the ability to recognize one's full potential. Achieving integration, clear and constant goals. That's what I feel like, you know, what the Seven of Cups is about. You know, in my own personal opinion, I definitely feel, and I only came to that conclusion talking to someone that, you know, is dear to me, that I've read for years. And it's just like, we were just talking, and I'm just like, you know, that's like a vision board. The Seven of Cups is like a vision board to me. That's my own personal interpretation. I'm making this beautiful vision board, and these are the things that I want to bring into fruition. I'm working towards these things. You know, these are the things I'm putting my energy into. And it's like, you know, if they are meant to be in this lifetime, they will happen. And I know that every step of the way, I will appreciate whatever blessings come into my life. If it's not meant to be, that's totally fine. But I'm still going to be happy as I move forward. You know, but I'm never going to discount those things, because they're showing Judge Judy. You know, she said, like, you know, if you don't make it in your 20s, you'll make it in your 30s. And she's talking about Grandma Moses. And she's like, Grandma Moses didn't become a renowned painter until her 80s. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you never know when you're going to reach those goals. Kim Zolzaman Berman, I'm going to mess up her name. Please forgive me. I'm not trying to be rude. I mess up everyone's name. But from Real Housewives of Atlanta, you know, and she was sitting there, and I love the fact that she's so true and authentic to herself when she's sitting there and she's like, I've put Italy on my vision board for 7 years, and she's like, in the 7th year it happened. So it's just like she never gave up on it. And that's what I feel like the Seven of Cups is all about. These are the things that we want to come into fruition. When it's going to happen, we don't know. But let's put that energy out there. You know, this is where I share like how I communicate with universe. You know, they've taught me guidance this year. They taught me deliverance this year through different means. Like, and that's why I always say, like, you know, quiet yourself and listen to what they're trying to tell you, so we can learn how to communicate. So we can learn how to do things better. So that way we can better ourselves, but also share that knowledge so others can do the same, you know, whereas others, like I know one person that I talk to daily, you know, it was signs, and that's totally fine. You know what I mean? And they just exploded with signs for her. So it's just like, you know, we all have different ways of communicating with spirit, and that's totally fine. But never sit there and discount, you know, when someone shares something with you. It may not resonate now, but it may resonate later. So it's good to have that wheelhouse of skills, you know, things that we could pull from when we go through certain things. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Wednesday, December 8th, 2021. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card. Bye.